Okay, today I'm going to show you this pop-up, which is a tent pop-up. It has tabs on the inside. You can make a pop-up book using this simple tent shape. And we're going to do that in class. But here are some of my examples once I learned it. Now you can see this is a shallower tent than this one. You don't have to have it so deep in height. You can make it shallow. You can cut shapes around it. Instead of tucking the tabs on the inside, you can tuck the tabs on the outside and make them decorative. Even this line is a thin tent shape sticking up. This is a tent shape where the moon is. It's just a tiny little tent with a pop-up, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. Here's another one that's petite, the length. I'm not doing this whole length. I'm cutting my tent down. I'm cutting a pop-up. Again, I put the tabs on the outside. I layered a red piece of paper, a brown piece of paper, a black piece of paper, cut holes in the brown, had the red show through, have the red show through from the edge. So I'm really playing with my wings, my eyeball. And when you shut these books, none of the designs are showing. So it's important to know how to place your tent. You see, it doesn't go beyond the edge of the page, and that's important to know. Let's look at this other one, take a peek. See, all that activity is below the edge of the page, and then voila. Okay, here's a more abstract one, just shapes. Okay, let's make one. Okay, so this is 8.5 by 11 paper. I just arbitrarily cut a tent, but I want to make sure, I wouldn't want to set it like this and glue it in because it would be sticking out of my book. So, but I want to do something. I want to do something more like this, to start my tent. So I will, this is my edge of my tent. I have my tabs. I almost wish, let's do a shape tab. I'm going to score my tab. This is just a mock-up, so it's okay. I'm going to score my tab a little higher on both sides, because I'm going to glue my tabs on the outside of the tent instead of underneath to show you how I can make a shape. So I want to fold, I like to fold it both ways. And I'm going to turn it this way because I want to hide my writing a little. And I'm going to take my scissors and just, cut a shape. So when I stand it up, I'm going to glue it like that. Okay, so I have a shape. Now I could glue it on the inside and hide all that, but I want to play with that as a shape. Now I want to, you can see this, all this is, if I pop it back up, that's all that is. Instead of cutting a straight line, like I could cut a straight line, I want to know what it's like to cut at an angle. But I also want to, fold it. So I'm going to take my bone folder and crease it and go ahead and fold it. But I want to fold it both ways, as you know I like to do. It's good. So I can already kind of tuck that down, you see, and I'm getting a shape. But like this one, okay, I'm tucking this down, but I'm popping that little one up, you see? So I'm going to fold this again, but I will, instead of cutting a diagonal, I'll cut straight. And then score it, because I want to fold that. Open it up. I'm going to pop that up and pop that down. I'm going to shut it and kind of fold it. Now, you can see I'm starting to build something. Now, I want to attach it. This is just a mock-up. If it was a final project, I'd use my glue stick or my PVA. But for these in-class, mock-ups, I'm just going to use the double-faced tape. Okay. This to be out, not in. So I'm going to put one side down. Oh, you see, and I'm making sure it's not coming out of the book. And then I'm gonna leave that tab up so my other page gets on top of it. And you can see, okay, great. Let's look at one of these. Well, this is kind of fun. Let me make some little attachment like that. It's kind of like a pair of lips. So what I can do, I want to take just going to fold a piece of paper. Just going to take my scissors. Let me look at that again. So, you see, imagine that this is my fold and I'm cutting out that shape. I'm just going to go ahead and cut out a shape. I almost prefer to use an X-Acto knife because I feel that way I'm drawing with a blade. I want to do a tab, so I'm just using my ruler to score. And I'm going to fold either way. I want to take a tiny piece. Like sometimes what I do is I put the tape on there and I cut a little blip and get it up. Put it on one side and a little piece on the other. I think it's important, just, this isn't serious yet. I'm just playing. How do I want to do this? Oh, you see how, I'm torquing it. Maybe, I know you can torque it, but it might need another fold in there, like something like that. Look what happened. That's kind of interesting. For me to be able to shut it, it had to fold another fold. Now, if I had done it straight on, I could have done it. That's what happened here. It's pretty straight, so nothing torqued. This is straight. Everything I did in here, all these designs were straight. Look at how I made a little, that's kind of fun. Let's say later on, look at this. Let's say I wanted to, what if I wanted to get in there and do a little diagonal score? Make sure I do it nice. I'm going to fold it this way, and I'm going to fold it that way. And then all I do is pop down. Look, I'm starting to build something. And let's see. This one's quite complicated, but I'm proud of this one. It's sweet. Let me do a long tent line, okay? Out of this yellow. So I want to kind of do a tent shape. But then I'm just gonna, you know, playing. Why don't I do a few a triangle? Then I open it back up and maybe, you know, I'm playing with where I have to fold it. I kind of want it to be, so maybe I will score it, eyeballing it where I want to score it. Again, I fold it this way, I fold it this way, I open it up. I'm gonna tape it. I don't know where my moon went. Here it is. Let's say I wanted, let's just take that moon on there. I mean, this is not the best design or anything, but you're getting the gist of it. Let me kind of put that there. Okay. See, everything's still in there. So we're going to stop because the rest is going to happen in class, but that's just for you to refer to how to begin. Thanks.